Hi, I hope you're all doing well. So yesterday I spoke to an estate agent, well not an agent, a letting agent that specialises HMO. So I wasn't really planning on doing HMOs. I'm quite used to doing single lets, and everything that I've done had been single lets so far. I've always thought that HMO is too much headache, too much work. Obviously you've got a lot of different rooms and people, so they're always moving in and out. It's a lot of management. Also there's compliance, fire regulations, etc. So HMOs, a lot more work to do. Before I get any further, what is a HMO? HMO is a house of multiple occupation, where you've got a number of people from different households. They're all living together in the same house. So he says like 4 or more rooms. So it's basically when people from different households live together in the same house and they share the house. So they're basically renting out a room each. It's better for them because it's cheaper. They can buy into this big house but only pay like $300-400 a month because they're only renting a room. Now add that together and you'll start to see like 400 by 4, 1600. So an example I seen yesterday, 4 bedrooms in Swinton. The property was selling at 140,000 as a guide. Could make a rent of 1,500. So if you do the math, 1,500, 750, 375 per room per month. Now going through the figures, 1,500, I get 15% off because I need to pay the management, so 1,275. I'd say mortgage, rough guesstimate, going off my previous stuff and then scaling it up. Rough guesstimate, I'll just say 300. 1,275 minus 300, 975. 975, say one of the rooms isn't out. I'm still left with 600 every month out of this property in profit, with only 3 out of 4 occupancy. Out of that, you might need to pay bills, might need to pay maintenance, but generally the yield is better than a property itself. Now this property is at 140, so if it even just call it 150, you're making £600 out of 150, whereas something closer to 100 was only making me, after mortgage etc., 300-400. And we are calculating to 75% occupancy with 1 empty room. Assuming we have full occupancy, we'll be looking at 975, and then the bills. So just looking at that, 975 plus bills, what are we going to say, like 800 profit every month at full occupancy, as opposed to 300-400 profit out of single let, and when that's empty, that's empty. So HMO is like your bigger portfolio on a smaller scale, where you might need 3 or 4 properties to cover 1 empty property for the empty period. HMOs can do that on the smaller scale. One building might have 3-4 rooms, maybe more rooms, but you have the occupied rooms which are covering for your unoccupied rooms. So right away you can see the benefit of that. The only thing that puts you off is 50% fees, but as I say, it's sort of covered by the rest of the rooms as long as some of them are occupied. But yeah, I never thought about doing HMOs before, but now that I've ran the numbers, now I see why so many people are doing it, and it is totally plausible, especially because I'm based in Manchester, which has a massive boom right now. There's lots of people needing rooms. They say the population's to double in the next 5 years. So right now developers are throwing up tons and tons of flats, and some people just need it to be affordable. So yeah, that's a example of a HMO and why you might want to do HMO. But I will need to wait for a bit because there is a lot in getting it started up, a lot of compliance, safety certificates, licensing, etc. But I'll get there at one point and have it managed out. So, hope this might have been of use to you. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more property updates and some more daily thoughts.